Nightmare Vacation by Rico Nasty. It came out last week, but of course we were on
off
break.
yes.
So, that's how it goes. It is 16 songs long, 39 minutes long, and Rico Nasty's got a really interesting sort of vibe. She does a combination of like experimental alternative trap with
Like
elements of like
shock and
Yeah.
awe and industrial. And
Yeah.
There's a lot of sounds.
there's elements of like industrial, there's elements of like punk music and even like screamo and emo in there. But there's also elements of like fucking city girls.
Yeah,
half the
exactly.
time.
It's just there's a lot. It's interesting.
It's a whirlwind. It's a lot of
Yeah.
emotions.
I actually really like the opening song of Candy. I thought it was a great opener track. I'm like, all right, like this just goes right into your face. It almost felt like Sophie a little bit with the production of it, because it's like almost like with the bass, it's like overblowing bass, and like the trap sounds and whatnot are like all scratched and like cut up and stuff, and the lyrics and whatnot are just in your face and just go at it right away. And I'm like, okay, I can get on board with this.
The next song after that is
Don't Like Me, featuring Don Toliver and Gucci Mane.
I do kind of have a preference to Don Toliver, so I do like this collaboration. It sounds very much like one of his songs. It's kind of chimey and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's alright. I just really hate this voice. I just hate whoever did the super hyphy voice on here. Awful. That part was awful. Horrible.
Yeah,
the rest of it was fine, and actually Gucci was actually not bad on the. It was just really weird hearing "fuckboy Gucci." That was like, all right, this is a different flow, but all right.
I love that's weird hearing "fuckboy Gucci" because I feel like that's all I hear is "fuckboy Gucci."
Okay, I just remember Gucci from Trap House 3. Okay.
Okay, yeah. There's "fuckboy Gucci" and there's "get the money Gucci."
Exactly. I'm just way too used to Get the Money Gucci, because everything else, basically since the Human Glacier, Gato the Human Glacier, I just haven't listened to another Gucci thing because there's like 1,000 releases. So since he got released from jail, I don't know.
Yeah. After that, you kind of get into some really kind of Sophie-ish kind of songs, honestly.
For sure.
They're very experimental, like almost like hyper pop, but very kind of dialed back a little bit. Not quite for a mainstream sort of like audience and acceptance.
Definitely not.
But it's for a lot of people who find hyper pop to be very sort of like, oh, that's a lot of like glitchy noise to take in. This is definitely like a smoother way to get into it.
For sure, because it's something that I can get into. Check Me Out, I like, because it's that bridge for a lot of people who don't like it per se to get into it. So I actually like Check Me Out a lot. I thought it is a lot, so you kind of need to be in a mood for it and whatnot. So you need to be like driving and raging, or maybe in working out or some shit.
Yeah, I would say STFU is like a good version of that as well, where like it's kind of like it's a soft dubstep background.
Yeah.
Because like
the song before that, iPhone, I did not like iPhone at all.
Yeah.
I thought that's just a bit too many sounds wrapped into one. Which just like, oh, okay.
It basically sounds like you take Rico Nasty's like style already, that's already very hyper pop focused, and you throw in 100 gecs.
Exactly, and it's just like, this is way too much shit, because that high pitched voice with all the production in it, I'm like, I can't. This is just a bit much. But it's like, shut the fuck up afterwards. Like, okay, this is a little bit better too.
And like part of the cool thing of it in a strictly hyper pop context is the song itself is in reaction to pop music, and so it's subverting and taking those sounds and glitching them as like a joke.
Yep.
But this is in the context of a rap album, so hyperpop is just like, it's removing the context like one step too much, so it doesn't really work in what I think of. Then you get to Back and Forth with Amine, which is an amazing fuck song.
Which is like, this is I'm glad she put this in there, because it's a great like rest track. It's just like breaks, like, okay, rest. Chill, and that's good. Amine, I've really liking Amine now. I mean, more and more of the stuff I hear from him, his features, all of his albums this year, and the stuff like the song is Slow Tie and Disclosure is fantastic too. Get Off My High or whatever. That song's fantastic.
I remember that Amine was actually one of my music recommendations from a year ago, because I like the song Reel It In from 1.5, his album right before Limbo.
Okay. But Back and Forth, fantastic. Like, this is just like that great, this is like good fuckboy shit right here. Like, that's that, eat it up, shoot it up.
Shoot, what up? Girl Scouts next. That's going to be taken out of context really beautifully. But yeah, it's Girl Scouts reminds me of some of the weirder Ray Shremmer beats, like Antisocial Smokers Club.
I was gonna say, it reminded me a bit of Ray Shremmer. That's what I was gonna. It's funny you say the same thing, where it's just like that almost
off kilter, out of tune.
Exactly. Yeah. Where it's like,
Like you're smoking an indica and you're just like, I'm stuck here. I'm just gonna be in the couch now, and I'm just gonna be like spacing out and looking at stars and whatever Jamie Hewlett has drawn for Damon Albarn on any given day. Hashtag hologram back.
Hashtag hologram back. Damn, we should have done Gorillaz holograms because there's like 10 of them. We're like, which one?
Which were straight like we're just gonna put that in a box and not even talk about that in this podcast. Otherwise, it's 8 hours.
One day, just bonus episode. Like, hey Dan, we haven't recorded in 3 weeks because we still have like 2 weeks to go in January. We're like, you want to record about hologram back? It's like random for shits and giggles.
Dan, where's hologram Beck touched you? But as we get back to this album, we get friend of the show Trippie Redd, who's here, and I do, as opposed to the Man on the Moon Kid Cudi album we reviewed recently, where Trippie Redd was pared down enough to really work. Rico Nasty is paired up, and Trippie Redd is paired up. And as a result, I don't really like it.
And this is horrible. This is really bad. It's just like that. It's the stuff with trap I don't like per se, but it's like the beat isn't bad. The beat is slowed down. It's just the voices are just
and I like the
so
hook.
annoying.
I like the hook. Like we're going shopping, loser get in. It's the very funny
exactly.
hook. But like, yeah, I don't think the voices match very well together.
It's just distracting. It's bad.
Put bluntly, Rico Nasty and Trippie Redd's voices together just make them sound more obnoxious than they already can.
And you don't want that.
Yeah.
No debate after that is fine. I thought it's like that's just your standard trap. That one just sounds like your standard trap song after that, which is the first one really where it's like, okay, standard trap because everything else is experimental, hyphy-typhy, all the other stuff that is I actually do that.
But even
like
there's nothing in here that's like, oh, this is bland trap. Everything here is trying something different, which is
nice.
I think we've finally gotten like 3.5 years into this podcast, a week where we're reviewing trap music albums that like don't sound repetitive
that don't sound the same at all. Like 2 trap albums that are very different.
Yeah, back to back, and like within the genre, very different. And like, finally, it took this long. And again, it's too few people doing this because Rico Nasty's still on the come up and everything. But like,
and then after that, you got her City Girls song, Pussy Poppin'. Yeah, and that's just like. Yeah, that's just right in your face. Well, no, I actually really like the bass in here too because it's experimenting. It's like almost like bubbly beat in the background, like distorted bubbly beats.
It's like 80s hip hop kind of.
Yeah, I like it actually. So all right, here we go.
Yeah, you have. I mean, like I'll be real. Like the rest of the songs through here, like OFR or Tenfo, all of those are kind of whatever. I really love Smack a Bitch.
I would say, but can we get a Smack a Bitch, please?
Yes, absolutely. So there's the bonus track, which makes this a little bit longer than it should be. So maybe the album's 37 minutes. But Smack a Bitch is just like, it's a murderer's row of everything that's great about Rico Nasty.
Is really good. I love this track because it's like having her voice not too in your face on it, but she's still yelling and gets you into it. The production is fantastic. It's that industrial sound mixing with normal trap sounds too to blend the two together, and it's great. It's in your face, just no apologies, going in at it. Fantastic.
One of the rappers, I think it's PP Cocaine, sounds like a grown-up version of Angelica from Rugrats, becoming like a grime rapper near the end. Like it's kind of like I vibe with the entire thing. I just love it. Like it's again, you would pair this with STFU. You're in a mood. You're driving down the freeway like very quickly, and you're just like upset.
You're having to weave through traffic on Fairfax. You're just playing Smack a Bitch. Windows roll down.
It's Fuck Facts Friday, my new show on. No, but like there is, especially for Rico Nasty's first like proper dropout come thing, like it is very solidly very good. There's definitely a lot of stuff working here. There's similarly to the Kid Cudi album, you're starting to focus yourself in more. It's the perfect length, I think. I think.
I really like. There's that towards the end, the last 2 songs right before Smack a Bitch are kind of the only 2 filler songs to me towards the end. But Smack a Bitch again. Yeah. One of my favorite album, and there's 2 where you're like, damn, this is good. Maybe if it wasn't for Smack a Bitch, I would have thought the album was a little lackluster towards the end, but after that, I was like, all right, this is a solid album.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's getting me more into a genre that I don't really like, too, which is interesting as well.
I mean, which of all the genres? There's
of all of it, exactly.
Hyperpop, there's like
everything. This should be the Sean Murderer's row of this is bullshit. This shouldn't be music. I am Ben Shapiro. You should listen to classical music only. But no, it's
Dry Turkey.
my wife's a doctor. But it's nice because it really starts to get out to audiences and stuff who want to get into it, who can now appreciate more of it as well. So,
yeah. Arbitrary scale this week, hair loss brands, hair growth brands. I'm going to use, actually this is going to be hair dye, and I'm going to go with Revlon.
I'm going to Revlon?
Yeah.
I'm going to go by Color & Co. by L'Oreal.
That's a good one because it's the really colorful.
It's like the colorful one where it's just like you go mental with it, and some dudes definitely, there are some dudes on The Bachelor that definitely color their hair like that, and it's like pretty obvious. They're like, all right, over there, bud.
3 trillion %.